Please confirm if my screen is visible, that we can proceed. Okay then. Okay, we were discussing about what the Java inheritance in Java. So this inheritance is talking about which relationship? It is talking about is-a relationship in Java. When a class is having a relationship with another class, okay, there comes the concept inheritance. It always talks about is-a relationship. Okay, the moment you hear the word inheritance, you should also get used to this word, which is what? Reusability. Okay, inheritance means reusability, as simple as that. Okay, and if you ever get a question like what is an inheritance in Java, then answer is very straightforward. It is a mechanism in which one object acquires all the properties and behaviors of the parent object. Okay, when I say properties, it is variables. When I say behaviors, it is methods. Okay, again, it is categorized into many types. One is single inheritance, second is multiple inheritance, third one is hierarchical, hybrid, cyclic, and multi-level inheritance. So if you observe all these 6 categories, you must understand one thing: the single inheritance is possible, multiple inheritance is not possible, hierarchical inheritance is possible, hybrid is not possible, right? Cyclic is not possible, right? And multi-level is possible. Okay, there are 3 possibilities, and there are 3 things which are not possible. Keep this in mind, right? So firstly, single inheritance, we have seen these things in the diagrammatical representation. Today we will look into each and every concept of inheritance. I mean, I'm talking about the categories in the practical way. Okay, shall we proceed, everyone? Yes, no? Please focus. This topic is very debatable. Okay, you should understand this at any cost. So we will see about the single inheritance practically. Okay. So here I have a Java class. Here I have a Java class. So I have 2 classes. I have taken 2 classes. One is class B and second one is class A. Right? And inside the class A, okay, I am using the extends keyword. Okay, here I am doing what? I am doing I am adding a method. The name of the method is M2. Inside the class B, I have placed a method which is M1. Right? And there is also a main method. This main method is also part of class A. Okay, so let me take this program in the paint screen. Sorry about it. This is our program, guys. Okay, this is our program. So the program is it is visible, right? So just try to understand. There are 2 classes. This is class B we have, and we have also class A. We have 2 classes, class B and class A. Okay, you need to focus here. You need to find, first of all, you need to find whether these 2 classes are independent class or these 2 classes are having any kind of relationship. Yes, it is having a relationship. What relationship it has? Class A is extending class B. Okay, the moment you see this extends keyword, then it means both class are in a relationship. What kind of relationship? Parent and child relationship. Okay? Just imagine these things in your mind. Okay, just imagine like this, or you can take pen and paper. You can draw these things as soon as you see as soon as you see a relationship between 2 classes, right? So just do this. Okay, there are 2 classes, right? And these 2 classes are in a relationship. What kind of relationship? Parent child relationship. Now you tell me, guys, when class A is extending to class B, of course the B is going to be the parent class and the class A itself is going to be what? The child class. Okay, so the relationship has happened because of the extends keyword. Okay? So far so good. Okay, by looking at this diagram, can we conclude that this is a single inheritance? This is single inheritance. Because there is only one tree-like structure. Of course, the developer's code is representing, this is how it is being represented in the diagrammatical way, the developer's code. Okay, the moment you do the compilation, the moment you do what? The compilation. When this code, when this bunch of code is getting compiled, okay, compiler is going to do what? It will check if all the classes are using any kind of extends keyword. Of course, class A has extends keyword, but class B is not extending to any class. What it is going to do? It is going to ensure that this class B is getting extended to which class? Object class. Okay, I hope you know this is this topic is recognizable. This class B is going to extend what? To the object class. Okay, I hope this is clear. This is getting extended to object class after the compilation. And again, this class B is going to what? It is going to inherit object class. These are the internal things. That's why I am representing this diagram in red color. Okay. Okay. So by definition, it is single inheritance. If you are not supposed to consider this object class at any point of time. By definition, it is single inheritance. But if you want to understand the inheritance tree, okay, this tree is getting added by the compiler. The object class tree is getting added by the compiler. So far, so good. You need to consider only the diagram that is represented in black in color. Only the diagram you need to consider. Only the programmer's code you need to consider. According to the programmer's code, it is single inheritance. But you know, if you consider the compiler's code also, you know, it will represent multi-level inheritance. But we are not supposed to consider that. We are not supposed to consider the compiler optimization. Please remember, this is single inheritance. This is how the diagram is looks like. Now you tell me, guys. Now look at the code. What I am doing it here. There are 3 instructions inside the main method. How many instructions are there? We have 1. Okay, this is the first instruction. First instruction is nothing but the object creation. Right? Object is getting created on top of the reference variable. On top of the reference variable obj, we are calling m2 method. It's making more sense. Okay, let us do this once again. Okay, so because of the object, because of the new keyword, an object will be created. This object will be addressed as what? Obj. Right? And the second line. So there are no instance variables. The object is going to be empty. Now look at the second line. Second line is what? A method call. What method we are calling? obj.m2. Okay. The main thread will recognize the reference variable first. What is the reference variable? Obj. Obj is of what type? Obj is of which class type? You have to think that obj is of A type. It means this control, this main thread will check if there is any method in the name of m2 in the current class, in the class A. Of course, there is a method m2 within the same class. Okay, this m2 gets executed. Output is going to be a method in the console. A method will be displayed in the console. Good. So far, we are good. So in the console, output is going to be what? A method. Okay, and again the last instruction. Look at this last instruction, guys. Look at this last instruction. No explanation is required. The last instruction is what? obj.m1. This time we are calling a method by the name of m1. Right? Obj is of what type? Obj is of class A type. Okay. Firstly, the thread, this main thread, will check for the m1 method in the class A. Is there any m1 method inside the class A? It is not able to identify the m1 method. Okay, then what it is going to do? It is going to use this extends keyword and jump to the parent class, which is B. It will jump to the, it will use this extends keyword and it will jump to the parent class. In the parent class, it is going to look for the m1 method here. Right? There is an m1 method here. So this m1 method gets executed. So B method is going to get displayed in the console. B method is going to get displayed in the console. Okay, don't you think that we are able to call 2 methods with one object reference, and this method m1 is not part of the class A, but still we are able to call? Yes or no? This m1 method is not even part of the class A, but still we are able to call m1 method because this extends keyword is helping the main thread to jump to the class B and look for the method to get executed. Making sense? This is called a single inheritance. Okay, where is the proof? Let me run this code. I'm saving this as a.java, right? I'm opening the command prompt. I hope it is visible for you, right? Java C space a.java, Java space a. Okay, A method, B method displayed in the console. Aren't we getting the same answer? A method and the B method are being displayed in the console. Okay, now you do this. Now check this. Okay, we are creating object for class A. Okay, if you are not using this extends keyword, now see the output. Okay, now we get what? It cannot find this method m1. It is giving us an error. Why it is giving us an error? Till here it's okay. obj.m2 is available in the class A, no issues, it can be called. But we are using this obj reference variable, which is of A type, to call m1 method. But m1 method is placed in class B. Okay. The main thread is going to look for the m1 method only in the current class. It will conclude that, okay, there is no m1 method in the current class. Let me put an error. Let me throw an error. That's why error is thrown. Okay. If you want to use that m1 method, which is part of a different class, I need to extend to that class. So that's why I'm using what? Extends B. Now it is a clear guidance. It is a guidance. We are giving an instruction to the main thread. What kind of instructions we are giving to the main thread? A main thread, you will be able to find m1 method in the class B. If it is not available in the class A, we'll definitely able to find the m1 method in the class B. So m1 method is already there in the class B. So it is getting executed. Right? So now you tell me, guys, with respect to object class, how many methods are there in object class? Type in the chat box. Come on, everyone, type in the chat box. How many methods are there in object class? What is your answer? Yes, 11 methods. Please remember, 11 methods are there in object class. Good. So I'm taking it as 11 methods. Okay. With respect to B, okay, B is extended to object class. How many methods are there in class B? Think and tell me how many methods will be there in class B. Come on, everyone, come on. 12 methods. Good. 12 methods, because already m1 method is there in the B. Okay. Now, along with this m1 method, 11 methods. So 11 plus 1, 12. 11 plus 1, 12. Right? Now, how many methods are there in class A? How many methods are there in class A? This is not to create any confusion for you. You should get this topic. How many methods are there in class A? Who is going to answer it correctly? Let me see. 13 methods. Are you sure, guys? Are you sure? Are you sure? When I ask you, are you sure? Will you change the answer or what? Okay, see, already, okay, don't get any confusion here. Already we have 12 methods in class B. These 12 methods are applied. I mean, this 12 method will be inherited to class A. Yes or no? At the same time, how many specific methods are there in class A? One is m2 method is there. You should also consider the main method, right? Why you are ignoring main method? Yes or no? Main method is also a method, no? So don't you think that totally we have 14 methods in the class A? Are you getting this? Do you agree with me? Yeah, Chaitanya, yes, you are getting this now. Okay, each and every method extends A means 14. Yes, of course it is extends. A is extending to B. 14 only, right? Did I create any confusion? Right only, correct only, right? 14. Right? Do not make any mistakes going forward. Okay, this is the practical implementation of what? The extends keyword. I hope you are able to get this. Okay, now second question. Second question is what? We have understood what is single inheritance. Next is multiple inheritance. To understand multiple inheritance, I am going to take one more class. Class C. Okay, I have class B, I have class A, and I also have class C. Okay, in the class C, let us take one more method here. This is, let us keep it as M1. C method, this is, let us keep it as M2. B method, let us keep it as M3. A method. Let me remove all this guys. Okay, we have class A is extending to class B as well as C. Right? Now I am doing what? I am calling A obj. I am creating object for class A. Okay, obj dot m1. What is output, guys? Any idea? Any idea for you? Are you getting anything from out of this program? Ambiguity. Yes, ambiguity. Compile time error we get. Why we will get compiler time error? Let's see. Okay. Let us represent this particular. Okay, let me run this code for you. Then we will discuss about this error. Java space a.java. See, it says expected something. It is saying okay, it is pointing an arrow B comma C. Something it says. We need to decode this error. Why it is saying like this? Okay, this is representing multiple inheritance. Okay, what does it really mean? Okay, let us copy this code and paste it in the note main screen. Focus, everyone focus here. Okay, and the code is very lengthy, so let me do what? Let me take this as a separate content. Okay, see guys, now we have how many classes here? Okay, how many classes do we have here? We have class A. Let us start building the diagram from the main class. We have class A, right? And we have what? We have class B. Class A is extending with two classes. Class A is extending with two classes, right? So this is the typical diagrammatical illustration. Okay, so you have class A. Okay, class A is extending to class B and class C. Okay, one child is one child, but there are two parents. Parent 1. Is it possible, guys? It is not possible, yes or no? Java, it is not possible. One child cannot have two parents. If one child is having more than one parents, okay, the moment you see two classes after extends keyword, the moment you see two classes after what? After the extends keyword. Please remember, the moment you see two classes after the extends keyword, please ensure that this class is representing what? The multiple inheritance. Multiple inheritance is not at all possible in Java. Why it is not possible? You will understand that. Theoretically, I have given you yesterday. This is a practical example. Okay, this tree diagram is representing what? Multiple inheritance. Okay, let us try to debug this. Okay, according to our debug, okay, what we are doing it here, guys, we are creating an object of a obj equal to new a. A obj equal to new a. Okay, what has to happen behind the scenes? An object gets created, and this object is going to have a reference of what? Obj. Right? After the object creation, after the object creation, we have another line which is calling method m1. Is calling the method m1. But according to the main thread, okay, this main thread actually it will look for the method m1 in the current class. Okay, this is the current class. This is what? This is the current class. It will see whether the m1 method is available inside this current class or not. Is it available inside the current class? M1 method is part of class C, not in the current class, not in the class A. Okay. What it will do, it will try to jump to the respective class after the extends keyword. But we are saying, what instructions we are giving to the this main thread? We are saying, look, try to fetch for the m1 method in both B and C. At that time, we are giving two instructions. They are saying B and C. It means it is not in a position to decide which class needs to be checked first, because we are specifically saying B and C. It means it would be thinking, should it look for the m1 method in both the classes at the same time? Confusion is happening to it. Actually, I was telling you, if someone is asking you a direction, if someone is asking you a direction to go to the railway station, okay, you can, if you say go straight and take right, it is understandable. Can you say like go straight, take right and left? Right and left in the sense you can as a humans we can understand, okay, this can be decoded, okay, first thing is right, second thing is left. But what I'm trying to say is, at the same time, if I tell him take right and left, means there will be a confusion here. Likewise, we are telling the main thread to look for the method in B and C. We are not saying first you look for B, then look for C. That is not we are saying. We are saying look for the specific method, which is M1 in both B and C. We are giving two instructions here. There will be a big confusion for this main thread. Okay, so that's why multiple inheritance is not possible in Java. Okay, the compiler will ensure that the moment it sees two classes after the extends keyword, right, it will throw an error. It won't even execute this main method. It won't even execute this main method. During the compile time itself, it is going to throw an error. That's why I was telling you yesterday, the multiple inheritance is not possible in Java. This is what you get. From the error, you should recognize that, okay, this error is part of multiple inheritance. Very, very important. Right? So look at the arrow mark. The arrow mark is exactly in between B and C. It's not saying multiple inheritance error. It is just saying, it's just giving an error like this. It means multiple inheritance. Just go with this. Any doubts? Have you understood what is multiple inheritance practically? Making sense? I want answers from everyone. Yeah, two inheritance are completed. Now the third one, see guys, third one, what I'm trying to do here is, I have class C, I have class B here. Okay, now you see, so class A is extending to class B, right? And class B is, let me do like this. Class A is extending to class C. Class B is there, it is also extending to class C. Both are extending to the same class. Both are doing what? Both are getting extended to the same class. Okay. What kind of representation is this? What kind of inheritance representation is this? Okay. Let me create an object for class A obj equal to new A. Right? Obj dot, I want to call a method m1. Okay. Again, I want to create another object on top of B obj equal to new B. Obj dot m2. Okay, if I run this code, we will get something in the output. We will do the tracing, no worries. Let us see if we are getting any error or not. AP, okay, this is something I need to correct. obj1, same variable name I have used. Duplication is there. That's very important. We have C method and we have what B method. Okay, we will call M1 itself for both cases. Okay. Let me rerun this once again. Okay, don't worry about this output. We will trace this and we will get this output. C method is the output. Why C method is an output? What kind of inheritance pattern that this class is following? We will understand. Okay. Third one. Focus guys, focus. Very, very important. Okay, I want to do what? Don't have sufficient space here. What we do, we will remove this. We will use this space. We will use this space. Yes. Now focus guys. Let us separate this. Okay, so there are two classes here guys. I mean, there are three classes here. Let us draw the hierarchy first. Okay, let's draw the hierarchy. Let us move this to. I think it is now it is clear. Okay. Now you see, guys, focus here. So from the main, this is the main class. Okay, we have class A. Class A is representing the main class. Okay, I have taken. I'm going to draw the inheritance map. Okay, we have class A. Class A is doing what? Class A is doing what, guys? Class A is making a relationship with which class? With C class. Okay, there is a relationship between class A and C. Okay, perfect. Okay, I can call this as class A. I can call this as class C. Okay, because this is extending to class C. Okay, and again, I have another class. I have class B. Class B is also extending to what? It is also extending to class C. Okay, this is class B. Okay, because of the extends keyword, there is an inheritance relationship. Okay, now you see one parent, two children. One parent, this is child 1 and child 2. Okay, two children. This is one children and this is another one child, another child. I cannot call children child. Okay, one child and another child. Okay, one class, two children. Just see this diagram. It is opposite. It is a counterpart of multiple inheritance. Counterpart of multiple inheritance is also called as what, guys? I was telling you yesterday. Counterpart of multiple inheritance. It is called as hierarchical inheritance. Hierarchical inheritance. Hierarchical inheritance is always possible in Java. Can we conclude that I have just converted the class to the inheritance tree? This is how it looks like. Now you see there can be one parent class. One parent class can hold any number of children. No issues. This is always possible. Okay. Two classes are extending to the same class. Okay, one parent for these two classes there is one parent class. Okay. Now you see what is happening behind the scenes. Okay, we are trying to execute these 4 instructions, right? What is the first instruction? Object is getting created for class A. Of course, for the new keyword, okay, an object is getting created. This is going to be addressed with obj1. Perfect, isn't it? obj1. Okay, on top of obj1, we are calling a method m1. Focus here. By using this, by using this variable name, we are calling method m1. First, you should recognize what kind of variable, what type of variable is this. obj1 is of which type? Is of class A type. First point, okay. The thread that is executing these instructions, the main thread will try to fetch for the m1 method inside the class A. Is there any m1 method inside the class A? We have m3 method and we have main method. There is no m1 method. Then what this thread will do? It will use this extends keyword and it will jump to the respective class, which is what? C class. Okay. Go to the C class and look for m1 method. Yes, m1 method. It will be executed. What will be the output? C method. Execute this output and come back to the same position, same location. Okay. In the console, the output is what? C method. Right? Now the next instruction is what? Very straightforward. We have instruction like b obj equal to new ob. Yes, object needs to be created. For every new keyword, an object has to get created. What is the reference variable for the this object obj2? Okay. Now the next line. Okay. Focus on the next line. Okay. It says obj2.m1. First, it will identify obj2 is of what type? It is of class B type. Okay. It will look for the method m1 inside the class B. Is there any m1 method inside the class B? Where is the class B? So this is the class B. There is no m1 method inside the class B. Then it will use this extends keyword and it will jump to the class C. There is an m1 method in class C. This method will be executed and it will come back to the same place where it was sent previously. Okay, what is the output in the console? C method. Is there any instructions to get executed? No, the main thread will be destroyed. That's why in the console you see what? C method. And this type of hierarchy is called as what? This type of inheritance is called as what? Hierarchical inheritance. Just keep in mind, if you have one class as parent and many number of children, hierarchical. Making sense? Yes, no? It is just a counterpart, guys. Counterpart of multiple. Multiple inheritance is not at all possible, but hierarchical inheritance is always possible. Right? Now the fourth one. Now the fourth one is what? Let us consider the hybrid inheritance. What is it? Hybrid. I am doing a small change. Okay, just we will copy this. Even if I run this, see what output I will get. Okay, I will get the ambiguity issue here. Not save this actually. Let me save this. We are getting something same kind of error. Let us design this. Let us convert this diagrammatically. Okay, this is the fourth one. Let me create some space. Yes. Okay, we are good with this now. Okay, now this is our program. This is our program. Okay, now let us draw the structure, guys. Okay, see that there is a thread here. So after extends keyword, we are using two classes, C comma B, right? So there is class A, and there is what? There is class C, there is class B. Okay, this class A is getting extended to two other classes. Okay, I can say that one child is having two parents. Okay, it is representing what? Multiple inheritance. Okay, C, B. One child, two parents. And again, this B is extending to, this B is also extending to which class? This B is also extending to class C. It is like the diagram will be like B is extending to class C. Or else I can do like this. Instead of doing like this, I can do like this. Okay, likewise I can also do what? Okay, this is fine. Okay, so according to these two classes, no issues. These two classes are in a relationship of what? What kind of relationship is these two classes are having? These two classes are having single inheritance relationship. Okay, but the combination of these three classes with respect to class A is maintaining what kind of relationship? Multiple relationship. Okay, when you have the combination of single relationship plus multiple relationship plus hybrid, any one of the combinations, when you combine two combinations, and if one of the combinations is multiple relationship, then that is called as what? The hybrid relationship. It is not possible in Java. You will get an error. Why you will get an error? Because internally it also has a multiple relationship. So this is the culprit actually. Okay, this relationship is fine. This is completely fine. Okay, but because of this, we are getting error. Because of these two combinations are making this particular Java program as what relationship? Hybrid relationship. Hybrid relationship is not possible in Java. Why it is not possible in Java? Because of multiple inheritance. Because one of the relationship in the hybrid is multiple. If you see multiple relationship in any one of the combinations, it becomes hybrid, which is not possible. Making sense? Yes, no? Are we good so far? We have completed 4 programmatically. This is also going to throw an error. Compiler will not be happy even with this code. Okay, now you see the last one, which is not the last one, but not the least. We have cyclic also. So A is extending to B. B gets extends to C. How beautiful is this? See, A is extending to B. B is extending to C. Now you see, guys, you will get a lot of things in this. A obj equal to new A. Obj dot m1. I'm calling a method m1 method, which is part of a different class. Now we'll see the output. From the output, we will start. We are getting C method. See this, when we do the tracing, when I do some tracing on top of this, okay, we need some spaces. Okay, I think this space is fine. Okay, this is not fine. What I'm going to do, I'm saving this. 1605 inheritance test all file new. So this is a new paint screen. Now focus here, guys. This is our code. Right now you see, so there is a relationship class B. I have identified class A is extending to B. One relationship is there. Class B is extending to C. Another relationship is there. Okay. So let us create a diagram. So we have class A, the main class. The main class is extending to another class which is of what type? Which is class B. Right? And we have class B, but this class B is extending to class C. Yes or no? Class B is extending to class C. Right? I'm talking about the compiler's perspective. You know what is a compiler's perspective. We are not going to discuss about that. Just the developer's code. Okay? So developers, this is how the hierarchy is. How this hierarchy has happened? Because of the extends keyword. We have extends and we have another extends here. Okay, now you see, guys, there is a relationship. Okay, by looking at this tree, I can say that I can conclude that by looking at this tree, I can conclude that this is multi-level inheritance. Multi-level inheritance. Multi-level inheritance in Java, because there are more than one level. Right now you see the main thread will get executed. I mean, the main thread will be created and it is going to execute all instructions inside the main method. Yes or no? Right? We have the first instruction says object creation. Create an object and the reference variable of this object is what? Obj. Right? Now you focus, guys. Now we are calling something here. Something is happening here. Okay? Obj.m1. Okay? Obj is of what type? Obj reference variable belongs to class A. Okay, now main thread is clever enough to check for the m1 method within the class A. First thing, it will check in the class A. Is there any m1 method inside the class A? There is no m1 method in the class A. So main thread is clever enough to use the extends keyword and jump to the class B. Okay, it has jumped to the class B. Is there any m1 method inside the class B? No m1 method inside the class B. Main thread is clever enough to jump to the class C by using the extends keyword. This m1 method inside the class C. Okay. We are calling m1 method which is part of class C. We are calling m1 method which is not part of class A, it is part of class C. How this is happening, guys? Because of this extends keyword, because of this inheritance. Okay. I have not defined any m1 method, but I am able to call m1 method. Because of what? Because of inheritance. Right? That's why the output is what? C method. That's why output is what? C method. Literally, this is how the control statement will be transferred from the child class to the parent class. So this will be displayed on the console. This is called as what? Multi-level inheritance. It is always possible in Java. There is no ambiguity here. First it will check. Okay. Now you tell me, guys. Now you tell me. I hope you will answer this time without any mistake. Okay. From the compiler's perspective, there is an object class. Yes or no? Okay. Now you tell me how many methods are there in object class. I want answers from you. Firstly, answer me how many methods are there in object class. Everyone, come on. Object class, 11 methods. Good. How many methods are there in class C? 11 methods are there in object class. How many methods are in class C? 12. How many methods are there in class B? Class B. Class B, class B, class B, not C, class B. I'm asking you for class B. Class C is 12 because 11 plus 1. Okay. Class B, 11 plus 1 plus and the one method that is already there. You agree with 13? 13, good, good. Class A, 11 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. Is it right? 15 method, do you agree? 14. 14 or 15? Come to a conclusion. So this has 11 methods. CS11, good. I mean CS12. I'm sorry, 11 plus 1, 12. PS 11 plus 1 plus 1, 13. PS 13 plus already 2 methods are there in this. You have to consider the main method also, right? Okay. So 15 methods. Good, good, good. Good, good. Right. So this is called as what? Multi-level. It is always possible in Java. What is the last one? Last inheritance? Cyclic inheritance. Look at the cyclic inheritance. Let me remove this. Okay. So if I have one class, okay, I have what? I have a class. Okay, this is a class A. When you extend the class with the same class, what is this? You are extending A class to A itself. Okay, what do we get when you do this? Compiler will throw an error. It says cyclic inheritance involving A. You cannot do cyclic inheritance. How this is represented programmatically, guys? The same thing. Copy and paste this code. Right now, see, there is a class A, and you are using what? You are using extends keyword. You are using what? You are using extends keyword, and extending to what? Extending to the same class. Sorry, you are using extends keyword, and you are extending to the same class. So class is getting extended to the same. Cyclic inheritance. Cyclic inheritance is always not possible in Java. Right? What do we get? You get this error, this kind of error. Make a note of this. This is one way of representing cyclic inheritance. The other way of representing cyclic inheritance is when you have two different classes. Class, this time let me take okay. Class B extends A, class A extends B. Class B is extending A, class A is extending B. Okay, how this can be represented? Okay, now let me open the plain screen. There are two classes. Okay, class A, class B extends. Okay, I have class A. This class A is making a relationship with class B. Class A says, hey, class B, you are my parent. So far good. Class B, what? You are my parent. Then class A says, yes, of course, you are my child. The relationship is good so far. After this, some kind of situation. What is the situation? Now class B has decided to extend to class A. Now class B says, class A, you are, please be my parent. Already this is a parent. Class B is a parent. Now class B is saying to class A to become a parent of class B. Okay, class A is also accepting that class B is going to its child. Cyclic. When you have to inherit some things from class B, property from class B, and when the B also want to inherit properties from class A, it is just like having the properties circulated between these two classes. Okay, if you have to do this, no need of defining this kind of inheritance. This is called a cyclic. Property of B belongs to A. But when you look at from the other side, property of all the properties of A belongs to B. It means literally it is not belonging to anyone, right? It keeps getting cycling, yes or no? So this concept is not possible. If you want to do like this, instead of doing like this, define all the methods in the same class. Take one class and define the method 2 in the same class. Define this. In class A and define this also within the class A. Confusion is clear. Why we need to take two different classes and have a confusion like cyclic inheritance? So this is obviously not possible. That's what I'm trying. This is cyclic inheritance. Where is the proof? If I run this code, compiler is going to be very unhappy. Cyclic inheritance involving B. Same thing. Making sense? We have covered all the inheritance now. Are we good so far? Yes, no? Any questions do you have with respect to this inheritance topic? right? This understanding is very, very, very important to proceed with the future topics, right? Let's take a small program. Okay, this all okay. Compilation things and the execution things, somewhat we have some we got some confidence now. Okay, let us create a meaningful example. Okay, I'm going to create a new project, guys. Focus here. Okay, let me take it as, okay, I think you will be able to see now. File, new Java project. Okay, I'm keeping the name of the project as, let us keep it very simple. Okay, inheritance. Now you see the power of the reusability concept. Okay, the project has been created. I'm expanding and I'm clicking on, I write, it's already there. Delete this. Let us take another name, file, new project, Java project. So inheritance 1. Okay, on top of SRC, I'm creating a package com.test.javastudents. com.test.javastudents finished. Guys, everyone, I'm reminding you once again, if you get locked out of the meeting after 9 o'clock, please rejoin, okay? Don't assume that the classes are over. Okay? Now I am creating a package. So the name of the, name of the class is driver class. Okay, we will stick to only one package to avoid some kind of confusion. I'm taking a main method. Of course, we have this thing. Okay, now you see, guys, I want to take a common class now. I want to take a common class. That common class is going to represent all the common variables. What I'm trying to say is, for example, if you visit any office, guys, in future, if you're joining a good company like Google, right? So in the Google company, there are, a lot of departments are there. Okay, managers, they will be categorized as manager department. All the details of HR will be in the HR department. All the details of software engineers will be in the software departments. So there are many departments. There are many departments involved. Manager department, right? And HR department, human resources, and you have software department or admin department, right? And all this department have some common things. What are the common things that they have? Salary or specific. Salary or specific, or I can say the designation can be specific. But the common things like the manager name is common for all, right? Variable name is common for all. Location variable is common for all, right? And employee ID variable, EID, is common for all. So the common variables with respect to this is common for manager, common for HR, also common for what is it, admin. Okay, manager is going to have these three things common. It can be inherited from the parent, right? And HR is also going to have the three things. They are common. It's also common. What I can do, I can take a class with the name of employee. Okay, this I can keep one parent class. I can keep 3 child classes. Child 1, child 2, and there you go, child 3. By looking at this, can I conclude that this kind of relationship is what is it? Can anyone tell what kind of inheritance pattern is this? I want answers from you. What kind of inheritance patterns is that which I have just described? Let me keep the diagram. What kind of inheritance pattern is this? We have one parent and we have 3 different childs. Come on, everyone. Lot of theory we did. Hierarchical. Good, Chaitanya. You agree with Chaitanya, everyone? Yes, no? Yeah, hierarchical. Why you're taking so much time? Just remember, one parent. Okay, if you find one parent and if you find many number of childs, one parent, there are 3 different childs. You should be in a position to guess what kind of inheritance pattern it is. There is one parent and three. It is possible, right? Completely possible. We are going to design a program on top of this. Okay. Now let me open Eclipse. Let me open the Eclipse. Okay, how many classes I need? So I have taken a separate class as a driver class. Okay, I am going to take what? Class employee. Okay, next one is class. What is it? We have manager, right? And we also have what? Admin, right? And we also have what? HR, right? So these all, and this is a driver class. Okay, I have separated the driver class. No issues. Okay, we will make a relationship. Okay, so hierarchical relationship. Go back to the diagram. Every manager, each and every subclass is extending to the parent class. Okay, the relationship can be represented and the program can be written in such a way that it is representing hierarchical inheritance, right? So extend the manager to employee, making sense, and extend the admin to employee, and extend the HR to what? Employee. Right? So employee is a parent for manager, admin, HR. Right? I'm going to take some variables here. Variable name one is string name common, string what is it? Name location common, right? String. I can say employee number I am taking in the form of string. Okay, if you want to take in the form of integer, no issues. Integer E and O. Three variables are there. These are common to manager, common to admin, common to HR. That's why I have specified these common variables. We are discussing right at the end of the class. Common variables and common methods will be in the parent class. Specific variables will be in the child class. This is what it is. Right? Now what I am doing, I am taking a method. Forgot about this method for now. getDetails. Okay. So I am placing three instructions here. The employee details are what? System.out.println. The name is name, right? And we have the other things as well. What is it? Location. The location is plus location, right? System.out.println. The number, the employee number, ENO number is plus ENO number. Now see, we can do a wonder here. Okay, so in the employee class, in the parent class, I have one method, I have three variables. Now see what I am doing it in the manager class. So I am taking a constructor inside the manager class. Constructor, what is a constructor? When you define a constructor, it should be like the name of the constructor should be same as the class name. I'm taking three variables here. String mname stands for manager name, mlocation, manager location, number, manager's employee number. Okay, all these variables are of string type. Right, what I'm capturing the value here through the constructor. I am assigning these values to the variables that are available in the employee class. If we complete this program, we'll get this name equal to mname, right? What is it? Location equal to mlocation. Okay, number equal. I'm sorry. Let's see, ENO equal to this should be of integer type. I'm sorry. Employee manager number no integer type. Okay. Now constructor is completed. Now I am doing what? I am taking a method here. Public. Let me take it as void manager details. Okay, system.out.println, the manager details are, okay, I want to print a line. Under this I want to print a line, so I'm taking a line. Focus here, don't lose focus. Okay, now you will see the power of reusability. You're going to see the power of what? Power of reusability. I'm going to call getDetails method. getDetails. Okay, let me copy the same thing here. Let me copy. Let me paste it for admin also. Instead of manager, let me change it to admin. Instead of mname, a name, a location, a number, a name, a location, a number. Instead of manager details, I want to call what? Admin details. Okay, the admin details are done. Okay, and again copy the same thing and apply it for HR. Okay, instead of admin, I need to replace it to the respective HR constructor. Okay, so this is H name, this is H location, and this is H number. Okay, H name, H location, HNO. Okay, the HR details are right. The HR details are okay. Done. We have built the class. Okay, now let me show you the classes here. Okay, we have class employee. Employee class has 3 variables and 1 method. One beautiful method which is going to get the information about the employees. Okay, these variables and methods are part of employee class. Now manager class, there is another class called manager class. It has a constructor. So this is a constructor. Why I have taken a constructor here? I'll tell you. The constructor, and we have a method in the manager, and we have the admin class. One constructor is there. Okay, and we have admin details method, and we have HR class. Inside HR class there is one constructor, right? And you do have what? You do have HR details. And now you see what I am doing. I am going to create an object for manager. I'm going to create an object for manager. How can I create object for manager? Manager, please rejoin guys. Guys, my screen is visible. Okay, thank you for rejoining. My screen is visible. The voice is clear. Okay, thank you for confirming. Okay, now I am creating an object for manager. Manager obj manager m equal to new manager. Right, it is breaking, so it is trying to look for the manager constructor, but we have a constructor inside manager, but this constructor is accepting 3 arguments: manager name, manager location, manager number. You need to pass 3 values according to the constructor order. Okay, the manager name can be, okay, let me take it as Sashwant. Okay, manager location Chennai, manager number 123, I mean manager employee number, you can say, right? Please just joined. Okay, now you see an object has been created for manager. We will do the tracing for now. See, now what I'm trying to do, I'm doing what is the method inside the manager? Manager details method I want to call. Manager details method. Right, let me save this, let me run this. Now you see we'll get output in this way. The manager details are okay. What we have just achieved here, you will understand that. Now see, I'm creating object for what is the next one? Admin. Okay. Admin is admin a equal to new admin. Again, this admin class is going to as a constructor that is accepting 3 arguments. Okay, name of the admin is let me take it as Ratna. Okay. Location is Hyderabad. Okay, the number is 345. Okay, by using this reference variable a, it can be anything. Right? Reference variable is now I want to print admin details. Okay, so now I am able to do what? I am able to print manager details, and I also able to print admin details. Okay, let us try to trace this. Do we really achieve reusability, or we will understand the meaning of reusability now? Meaning of reusability with respect to inheritance will be understood with this example. I want your complete attention guys. Okay, I'm copying this. Okay, I'm copying this. I want opening the paint screen. Okay, let me remove this for now. It's not required. Okay, now our program is very huge. So what I'm trying to do, HR extends object. Okay, I'm going to remove this. I'm going to take till admin. Okay. I'm also going to take main method. So this is enough. Okay, now focus here. We will understand bit by bit. Okay. Now see, first focus on the main method. Okay, here we have the main method. Okay, only 4 instructions are there. Okay, first instruction is what? The object creation. Yes or no? Because of this new keyword, an object is going to get created. Do you agree? An object is going to get created, right? And the reference variable is what? M. What is the reference variable for this particular object? The reference variable is M. Right? Now we are calling a constructor by passing 3 values. One is Shashwan, second one is Chennai, third one is 1, 2, 3. They are passing these 3 values from the main method. Okay, by using manager constructor. So this is the manager constructor. This is what? This is the manager constructor. Right? Now what we are doing, this Shashwan, the name Shashwan is getting assigned to this name Shashwant is getting assigned to this particular variable. Which one? Here. And the location Chennai is getting assigned here. And the number 1, 2, 3 is getting assigned where? Here. Okay. Now internally Shashwant is getting assigned to the name variable. Right? Is there any name variable in the current class? Do you find any name variable in the current class? In the current class, there is no variable with the name itself. Okay, then the main thread will assign this name variable, assign this value Shashwant to name variable. Will try to find if there is any variable by the name of name in the employee class, because it is extending employee class. In the employee class, there is a name. Okay, now what happens? This manager class, in the object of manager class, there is no variable with the name, but this is available in the employee class. All these variables gets inherited. These variables gets inherited to this object, and now name will be Shashwant. Okay, and location will be what? Chennai. Okay, and employee number will be what? 1, 2, 3. We are reusing the variables from the parent class. This is the meaning here. Reusability is achieved because we are trying to get these values that are available in the parent class. We are trying to do what? We are trying to set these variables to set these values to a variable that are available in parent class, because this name, location, and employee number is part of parent class. Okay, by using this extends keyword, these values are getting assigned in the manager class, which is getting transferred to the variables that are in the parent class. Reusing, we are just reusing these fields. We are just utilizing these fields. without even defining, we are just utilizing. Done. Okay, next thing. Okay, now in the object m, we have these values as 1, Chennai, 1, 2, 3. Now look at the second line. Look at the second line. Okay, we are calling what? We are calling m dot manager details. Now focus, guys. Very important. We are calling what? We are calling m dot manager details. Okay. M is of what type? M is of manager type. M is of what type? M is of manager type. It will check for the manager details method in the current class. Is there any manager details method in the current class? Yes, there is a manager details method. Okay, this method will be executed, but you should also consider what? While executing this method, first instruction is what? The manager details. Okay, the manager details will be displayed in the console. Manager details will be displayed in the where? In the console. Okay, simply I can say manager details. The second line is what? All the lines. Okay, all the lines will be displayed in the console. Okay, and the third line is what? Again, from here we are calling what? We are calling the method getDetails. Now this thread will check for the getDetails method in the current class. Is there any getDetails methods in the current class? No, there is no getDetails method. But it has extends keyword. By using the extends keyword, it will jump to the parent class. It has found the getDetails method here. Now we are printing what? Again, the employee details are first instruction. Okay, in the console, the first instruction is what? The employee details are, this will be printed, right? And what is the second instruction? What is the second instruction? The name is name. Okay, what is the value that is stored in the name variable? See, Shashwant. Go to the object and see Shashwant. Okay, the output will be displayed in the organized fashion. Okay, the name is Shashwant. The location is what? Chennai, right? The M number is, employee number is 1, 2, 3. Right? Now don't you think that we have used this method which is part of the parent class? Reusability. So don't you think that we have done something? We did something. We did what? We are reusing this method which is part of parent class. It is not even part of child class. We are trying to execute this method as part of parent class. Okay, this thing is done. Don't you think the same thing will repeat for the admin? Same thing will repeat for this object creation, and again an object gets created for admin, right? And it is going to be referred as A, right? Okay, and we are passing Ratna, Hyderabad and 34. Again for Ratna, Hyderabad and 345, these variables are defined in the parent class. Okay, this variables, set of variables box will be reused again, and this method will also be reused again second time reusing the methods of parent class, right? So by this we can conclude that inheritance always talks about what? Reusability. Ever forget this word. Inheritance always talks about the reusability, right? So look at the code. Okay, all these values are getting stored in the variables that is placed inside the employee class. Okay, and again each and every method call is again dependent upon this method call. Okay, if you observe these variables and these methods, this method and these three variables is used here as well as is used here. These two set of instructions are using the same method and variable for 2 consecutive times. Reusability. We use this for HR H equal to new HR. Okay, for HR let me take the name as Chaitu. Okay, location is BLR. Okay, 789. Okay, H dot get details. If I run this code, See, the manager details are the name. Okay, the admin details, we have admin details. Okay, and what do we have? The so this is the output, right? This line is not printing. I'm not sure why. We need to do some correction. But the idea here is all the methods, and all the variables are getting reused. Sashwan, Chennai 123, Ratna, Hyderabad 345, Chaitu, BLR 789. These are the variables getting reused. To display these variables, we are using a method. Both the variables and methods are part of the parent class. So reusability is achieved. Okay, like this, if you don't have any concept of inheritance in Java, what does it really mean? All these variables and methods needs to be declared in each and every class. All these lines, all these number of lines needs to be declared in manager class, needs to be declared in admin class, needs to be declared in HR class independently. So the length of the code is going to get increased, complexity will be increased. There is no concept of reusability. With the inheritance with the extends keyword, we have achieved that. This is the typical example to understand the concept of reusability. So for today, we have discussed so many things practically. Okay, we have discussed single inheritance, multiple inheritance, okay, hierarchical, hybrid, and cyclic and multi-level, and one problem on top of the code reusability. Okay, that's all for today. Tomorrow we will discuss what? We will discuss inheritance with respect to static context, with respect to instance context. Then we will start the concept of polymorphism. What is it? Polymorphism. Right? So that's all from my side.